first episode of A Day in the Life of. Today, we explore the stories behind entrepreneurs and how they bring their vision to life. I am Madhuri Utekar, your host, and today we have a special guest on the show. She is an inspiring entrepreneur who ventured into the pharmacy retail business, starting her own store and making a difference in her community. Please welcome Madhuri Utekar, the founder and owner of Madhuri Medical and Surgicals. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Shravani. I am excited to share my story with your listeners.
Let's start from the beginning. What inspired you to start your own pharmacy and how did you take that first leap?
Well, it's been quite the journey. I have always been passionate about healthcare and helping people. So, after years of working in corporate pharmacy settings, I realized I wanted more autonomy. I wanted to create a space where I could truly serve my community with a personal touch. That's when the idea for Madhuri Medical came to life. The first leap was definitely the hardest. I had to do extensive research, build a solid business plan, and take a risk by leaving the comfort of a steady paycheck. But I was driven by the desire to create something meaningful, and that kept me going.
That's incredible. Could you walk us through what a typical day looks like for you as the owner of a pharmacy store?
Absolutely. I usually start the day early, reviewing inventory and making sure everything is stocked and organized. I meet with my team, ensuring everyone is on the same page for the day. Customer interaction is a big part of my day, whether it's offering advice on medications, managing prescriptions, or discussing wellness options. I enjoy the one on one time with patients. Then there's the business side, handling finances, marketing to keep the store's presence strong in the community. By the end of the day, I often reviewing reports, looking at sales data, and planning for the future. It's a mix of being a healthcare provider, a manager, and a businesswoman all wrapped into one.
That sounds like a lot to manage. How do you balance being a pharmacist and an entrepreneur? They both seem like full time jobs.
It can definitely be overwhelming at times, but I have learned to prioritize and delegate. Having a strong team has been the key. Over time, I have learned to let go of things I don't need to micromanage. Hiring trusted staff and using technology to streamline tasks has been a lifesaver.
Speaking of challenges, what has been some of the biggest hurdles you have faced since starting your business?
There have been many, from securing funding to navigating regulations in the pharmaceutical industry. The first year was especially tough, trying to build a customer base and stand out in competitive market. But through it all, I have learned to adapt and stay resilient. Every challenge has taught me something valuable.
Well, that seemed to be a pretty tough time. So, what's been the most rewarding part of your journey so far?
It's definitely the relationships I have built with my customers. I have had the privilege of watching people's health improve because of the care they receive from us. Knowing that my story is making a positive impact on my community is what drives me every day. Plus, seeing the business grow and become successful, it's an incredible feeling.
For anyone who might be considering entrepreneurship, what advice would you give them?
First, believe in your vision. The key is to stay focused on why you started. Be prepared for hard work and setbacks, but don't give up. Also, don't be afraid to seek advice and mentorship. Lastly, be adaptable. The healthcare landscape is always changing, and you need to be ready to pivot and innovate. Whether it's integrating new technology, responding to community needs, or finding new ways to market your business, flexibility is crucial.
That's great advice. Before we wrap up, what's next for you and Madhuri Medical? Any exciting plan on the horizon?
We are actually working on expanding our wellness services. I want to offer more holistic options such as personalized health consultations and wider range of supplements. The goal is to create a one-stop shop for health and wellness where people cannot only get their prescriptions filled but also receive guidance on preventive care.
That sounds amazing. Well, Mrs. Madhuri Utekar, thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your journey. I'm sure our listeners have learned a lot from your experiences.
Thank you, Shravani. It's been a pleasure talking with you, and I hope my story can inspire others.